Hello everyone, my name's Lacey and today I have a little bit of a different kind of video to share with you. I was tagged in the Why Wax tag that is currently going around the wax community here on YouTube. I'm loving it. I haven't watched everyone's videos yet, but I've seen a few and there's a hair on my face. I have seen a few and I'm loving them. I just love hearing how everybody got into wax and where they are with wax now, and I think it's really great. And I just noticed how aggressive my eyebrows are today, so that's nice. Anyway, Michelle, I did write down some YouTube names here, but Michelle from Memories and Melts started this tag. I think it was such a good idea, and I was tagged by Krista at K Marie Melts, and right before I hopped on to record this video, I saw that I was also tagged by Candace. Her YouTube name, I believe, is Candace. I'll tag everyone, not tag everyone, I'll link everyone's channels below who I mentioned, and I'll probably put them on the screen too. And then Jazz at Waxy Jazz also tagged me. So thank all of you beautiful ladies so much for tagging me in this Why Wax tag. So I'm already crying. I've always been, at least I always try to be very real with you guys. I've talked about some of my struggles before with anxiety and depression. And right before I hopped on to do this video, a little bit of life happened. So I'm emotional starting out here. So I'm just forewarning you, there will probably be tears because I'm already tearing up. So anyway, I wasn't going to record. I was like, you know what, I'll just wait until another day when I'm not in the state that I'm in, and it won't be so excruciating for everyone to watch. But I've also mentioned before how this channel and you guys have really helped me through days like this. So I'm just gonna talk to you guys today, and hopefully it's okay if I cry the whole way through this. It will probably be so embarrassing when I go to edit this and then actually post this for all the world to see. But anyway, I'm gonna start from the beginning, and I'm sure you guys already know that this will probably be a long video because I know how to make a short story long and I tend to ramble. So we're gonna start all the way at the beginning of my scent obsession, or we can call it a scent journey. I really fell in love with fragrance when I was a very small child. My earliest memories of fragrance are being at my mama and papa's house, who were my great-grandparents, being at their house, and my very first scent memory has to be taking a bath at their house, playing with all my bath toys. I can still like see all the toys, they were just my favorite, and playing with my bath toys in the Baby Magic bubbles. The yellow Baby Magic, they always had it. It's what I used every time I took a bath there. I think I asked to take baths there because I wanted to smell the yellow Baby Magic. It smelled so good. Fast forward to my teenage years, I was working at Babies R Us and we sold the yellow Baby Magic, and I was just like smelling it all the time. So yeah, that is one of my first scent memories. Also at their house, when I was a little bit older, my brother and I would play Mario Brothers on the Nintendo in the basement, and that's where the laundry room was, and it just always smelled so good. I would just walk over to the laundry room and like breathe in deeply, and it just smelled like Downy and dryer sheets and that's really where my love of laundry scents came from. And then again, at my great grandparents' house, my papaw had rose bushes. He always had rose bushes, and I remember smelling them with him, and he would cut them off for me sometimes. He would let me take some to my teachers in like kindergarten, and those were my earliest scent memories. Baby Magic, laundry, fabric softener, dryer sheets, and rose bushes. And it's not surprising that those are still some of my favorite scents to this day. So I mean, I think we all know that scent is our strongest sense tied to memory, and that's probably why it's my favorite sense. I don't know. You know, there are also bad memories that can be attached to scent. I try to focus on the good ones. But, okay. So as a child, my mom worked at Hallmark for a little while, and even after she didn't work there, we went into Hallmark fairly often for some reason. And every time I was there, I would beeline for the Yankee candles. They always had Yankee candles. They were in the back of the store, and I would just beeline for them and smell through all of them. I always loved, what is it, Midsummer's Night, I think is the like kind of cologne scent that I always loved. There was like Clean Cotton. I don't know. There were so many. And I would just stand there and smell them all and take them all in. Sometimes I would get like the little tarts. I would never melt them. I didn't have a warmer at that time. So I would get like the little tarts and just collect them and smell them. And I fell in love with that Clean Cotton scent. Oh my gosh. Still love it to this day. I'm gonna get, you know, I'm gonna be stumbling through this, guys. My love of scent started with Baby Magic, laundry products, rose bushes, and from the laundry products I found Clean Cotton, fell in love with that from Yankee, and then I eventually found lotion scented and Clean Cotton. I think it was it may have been at Hallmark. I don't know. I remember they had it at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I think I saw it a few different places, but I found that lotion and I was like in heaven. I just loved body care that smelled like laundry. I remember when I was little, I had this spray, this body spray. I cannot remember the brand, but they had like different fragrances, and I had this body spray. I think they were directed toward kids, but I had one that was called Clean Towels or Fresh Towels or something like that, and I just was obsessed with that body spray. It smelled so good. And also as a kid, I spent weekends with my grandma a lot, and every Saturday morning we would go get groceries, and we would go to the mall, and we would go to Bath & Body Works. And again, I just loved smelling everything. So another scent memory for me is Bath & Body Works with my grandma, and she always got the midnight moonlight path from Bath & Body Works. So that scent just smells like my grandma to me. I don't see it very often from vendors anymore. Carla at K used to carry it, but I don't think she does anymore. And I think I've seen it sprinkled throughout, but I don't see it very often. But that scent still reminds me of my grandma. Yeah, so just all these things from my childhood, I was obsessed with scent. And I remember in like middle school into high school, all the girls had Love Spell from Victoria's Secret, and it was never really my thing, and I always felt kind of like outcast because of that, because it was like the thing, like every girl had it. But I always had Sea Island Cotton from Bath and Body Works, Juniper Breeze from Bath and Body Works. Those were the body sprays that I had and like obsessed over. I've always been a freshie at heart. So my love of fragrance really started from a very young age, and then it just kind of grew and grew. I was carrying dryer sheets around in my pockets because I just thought they smelled so good. I wanted to smell like a dryer sheet. I remember going to the store with my mom when I was young, and we would go in the laundry aisle and I would smell every single thing. Like I would just walk through the laundry aisle and just smell every detergent, every softener, every dryer sheet. I still do that, not to the same extent, but I'm still like, ooh, what does this one smell like? What does this one smell like? It's my favorite aisle. So my mom also had like potpourri simmer pots when I was growing up, so I kind of always associate that scent with her. It's just kind of what our house smelled like when I was younger. And I think my mom kind of dabbled with like candles at certain points too. I don't think it was ever like an obsession, but I do think she dabbled here and there. I just remember anywhere we went, like I remember going to the Gap or like any department store, and I was always just going for the perfume, like the perfume counter at the department stores, and I would just smell everything and pick which one I wanted to test that day. And I don't know, it was just always a thing. And I used to buy, like in middle school, high school, I would buy candles, but I never really burned them in my room. I just kind of collected them and would smell them from time to time, like just open them and smell them, put them back away. Like, so it's always been a thing. So then, fast forward a little bit after my husband and I met and we got married and we started living on our own and whatever, I started to get into wax and warmers. Johnny, I hope you're not chewing on that. Johnny Finn. He doesn't usually chew on the plants. Johnny, don't chew on that. Don't you chew on that. No, you can rub on it. Don't chew on it. Johnny Finn. You can't chew on that. What was I saying? Oh, so eventually I did start buying warmers and wax, but it was like Walmart wax, Target wax, anywhere I saw wax out in stores, I was buying it. And I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't like an obsession. I was still kind of obsessed with laundry products and like cleaning products, like scented cleaning products. I've always been obsessed with like carpet powder. I remember my mom using carpet powder when I was growing up, and that kind of is another scent memory for me. So I still love to use carpet powder before I vacuum. Any kind of scented cleaning product, Mrs. Meyer's, Febreze, all the things. I was using all of those. I remember I would find like laundry scented cleaning products like the Gain Mr. Clean. I was cleaning my floors with that because I just wanted everything to smell fresh and clean and like laundry. I remember when I was pregnant with Abel, my middle son, it got kind of weird. My laundry obsession. I was finding these like forums online about all different kinds of laundry products. It was when Unstoppables were like just starting to be a thing, and I was like deep into this obsession where I just wanted to smell and read about and talk about laundry products all the time. I was to the point where I was like researching laundry products that are available in other countries that aren't available here, and I was like, how can I get these here though, because I need to smell them. So like I said, I started melting wax, but it wasn't quite an obsession. Still obsessed with the cleaning products, the laundry products. And then around that time, we moved to Washington. We were living in Washington. I actually think it was while my husband was deployed. I think I looked up something about Aberdeen, Washington because I loved going to Aberdeen. It was one of my favorite places in Washington, and I think I was like looking up something there, maybe a thrift store or something, and I somehow came across Super Tarts, which they are based in Washington, which might be why it came up, I don't know, but I came across Super Tarts and I was like, oh wow, they have, you know, like these are like homemade wax melts, and like look at the labels are so cool and blah blah blah. And then I found Destination Wax, and again I found Destination Wax because I was searching up something for Aberdeen, and Destination Wax has a scent called Aberdeen, and I was like, wow, that sounds so good, but I don't know exactly how this ordering process works. I don't know if I should like dabble in this. So I didn't for the longest time. I would just always go on and read like what scents they had available and what the scent notes were, and everything sounded so interesting and amazing, but I just never ordered. I was still just melting Walmart and Target and wherever wax. And then come 2015, we were back here in PA. My husband was in Korea, and then when was this? It must have been after Archer was born. Archer was my youngest. Yeah, it had to be 2015. And I think Archer was several months old at this time. So I think it was summer of 2015. And my husband was here because he was getting ready to move us to Texas. My best friend had a Scentsy party, and I had heard of Scentsy. My best friend had been into it for a couple years. I think my mom was even into it before I was. So I had heard of it, but I just never really, you know, that was the first time I was invited to a party because I was not here in PA. I was away and nobody was having Scentsy parties and asking me to come to them. So my best friend had a Scentsy party, and I was just like, this stuff smells so freaking good. I could not wait to order and get my order. I ordered a 6-pack of bars. I think that's all I ordered. But while I was waiting for that order to come, they had a flash sale, a Scentsy flash sale, and I ordered, did I order 1 or 2 warmers? I think I ordered 1 warmer, and I actually have it right over there in the dining room. I forget what it's called, but it has poppies on it. It's like a tan warmer with red poppies on it. It's still one of my favorite warmers, and it's the very first one that I ordered from Scentsy. I love it so much. So I ordered that. I think I paid like 13 bucks for it. And then when my order came in, my best friend had also ordered me a mini warmer, the vintage glass, I think it's called, mini warmer. It's so pretty. I should get that one out because it's very pretty. She gifted me that one, and then later on she told me that she had actually ordered me the poppy warmer too, but I already had it before she could give it to me. So anyway, that is where I found Scentsy and fell in love with Scentsy. And then I think it was like later that month or maybe the next month, I decided to have a party, and a friend at the time who was a co-worker at Babies R Us, she was a Scentsy consultant, and I asked her if she was doing home parties, and she said she was. So she came to the house I was renting, and we had a Scentsy home party there, and the love just grew and grew for Scentsy. So we ended up moving to Texas. After we moved to Texas, shortly after, just a couple months after we moved, I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to just join Scentsy, and then I can just order from myself. If my friends and family want to order, they can too. So I decided to join, and I joined at full price. I didn't even know they ever did like free months or the super cheap join months or anything like that. I was just like, I'm doing it now. So I joined Scentsy. Right after I ordered my join kit, I started going on Instagram and like searching for hashtag Scentsy. Like, what are people talking about? What are people loving? Like, is this something that I'm going to enjoy for years to come? And that became another obsession. I just started scrolling Instagram every day, looking at Scentsy tags, and I loved it. I loved it so much. From there, I went on to YouTube and found Mr. Kong's mom. I think I was looking for just Scentsy videos in general to see like what people were saying. I was looking for consultants and stuff like that. So I found Mr. Kong's mom, Melanie. I found, who else was I watching at the time? There were some Scentsy consultants I was watching. It was like Katie Farner. Oh my gosh, what's her name? I'm forgetting it now. Kelly. Oh, it's gonna bother me. Something Paluto, something like that. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Was it even Kelly? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I still follow her, at least on Instagram. I don't know if she does YouTube anymore, but I found those three who were talking about Scentsy, Melanie as a customer, and the other, Kimberly Paluto, Paluto, something like that. Those two, Katie and Kimberly, were consultants. I also found Kent. What's his channel now? Is it just the Candle channel? Guys, I am so bad at this, but I'll put that here too. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. But I found him too. And so from there, while I was looking for Scentsy, I kind of stumbled into more Bath and Body Works and started getting back into that, but less of the candles and more of the body care. I was like going to Bath and Body Works as much as I could and like taking advantage of all the body care sales, and I really like got heavy into that for a while through everyone on YouTube. And then, so like I had mentioned, I had found vendor wax but never actually like dipped my toes into it. I melted Scentsy for quite a while as I was a consultant. So from 2015 to 2019-ish, yeah, 2019, I was strictly melting Scentsy. And I would grab like Bath and Body Works candles sometimes, and I didn't really burn them still. I would just like pull them out and smell them. I don't know what that's about, but I did that for a while. And then I started watching, I had been watching for a while. I think the first person who really got me into vendor wax was Sasha from Sasha-isms. I loved her videos, and she was into like all the fresh, clean kind of scents that I was. She was always talking about laundry scents from all these vendors, and I was like, this sounds amazing. I really need to look into this. And I'm pretty sure the first vendor I ordered from was L3 Waxy Wonders, because Sasha had talked about them, and I went on to the website just to browse and see what they had, and I came across pumpkin peanut brittle in scoopables. And at the time, I had just fallen in love with the candle from Bath and Body Works. Like, I don't know that I had ever loved a candle that much from Bath and Body Works. It was so good. I was addicted to it. And then I saw that L3 had these scoopable wax melts scented in pumpkin peanut brittle from Bath and Body Works. So I ordered 2 scoopables. At the time, I did not realize how long it would take me to get through a scoopable. I'm pretty sure I still have one of those scoopables. So I ordered 2 scoopables, and I also ordered I think it was a cloud cake in Practical Magic. Is that what it's called? It's her like margarita kind of scent. I think it's called Practical Magic. I ordered a cloud cake in that. I didn't love that when I first got it, but my nose has really transformed a good bit since I first started into any wax at all. So L3 was the first company that I ordered from, and then it was like months in between where I didn't order from any other vendors or even L3 for quite a while. And then I think, I get confused here, but I think the next company that I ordered from was actually Midnight Daydream. I remember Doug from Holland Wax. His channel is something else now. I'll put it here. I forget what it is now. He does a lot of the Spooky Village stuff now, but he used to do some candle videos. And then I remember he had a haul from Midnight Daydream. Harrison had sent him some wax. I know he sent him some candles, but there might have been some wax in there too. I'm not sure. But he sent him some to talk about on his channel. So that, I watched that video and I remember thinking I need to check out this vendor because it seems like he's into like spooky stuff. Like he has all these spooky scents, and I love Halloween. I've always loved Halloween. So I went and checked out Harrison's page, and I'm pretty sure he was the second vendor that I ordered from. And if you guys watch my channel, you know that I am obsessed with his wax. I just love it so much. And then I decided to go back to Super Tarts because I had started watching more people do vendor wax videos. Like I said, I was watching Sasha, and then I was watching Ramona, Susan Fitzpatrick, Kim Hart's Organizing. I was watching Canada Kim. I feel like those are really the ones that I started watching with vendor wax. And oh, Tara Lynn, she doesn't make videos anymore, but I always really liked her videos. Yeah, I feel like those are the ones that I'm probably missing some, but I feel like those were the ones that I originally started watching make vendor wax videos. And most, if not all of them, had talked about Super Tarts. So I went back into the Super Tarts world, and I realized she was doing like pre-orders, and she did some BAM bag pre-orders, and I ordered my very first BAMs were, oh my Lanta, what was it called? Oh, I just melted it the other day. It was a Game of Thrones one with like redwood and moss and rain, I think. Anyway, that was one of the first BAM bags I ordered. And then Coraline, which is like a lavender maple candy scent. And then the next order, she did a Lord of the Rings pre-order, and I ordered Galadriel and Dwarf Warrior in BAMs. And I just fell in love. I was officially addicted, and I ordered so much Super Tarts and Midnight Daydream for months. This had to be toward the end of 2019. And then into 2020, obviously, pandemic started, and I really kind of went hard with the vendor wax. I was also kind of just wanting more. I just wanted more. Like, I felt like I wasn't getting enough from Scentsy at that point. Like, there just wasn't enough new from Scentsy. Like with vendor wax, it's like every other week they have a sale, they have an RTS, they have a pre-order, and it's like different scents and new scents and blah blah blah. And Scentsy was just like, here's the catalog, and then you got the scent of the month. And there wasn't a whole lot like there is now with the LTOs. They would do like bricks here and there, but there wasn't nearly as much as there is now. Now it's like every other week Scentsy has something new coming out, which I love. So I've really fallen back in love with Scentsy. But in 2020, I was going hard with the vendor wax, and I started finding all these vendors that were like pouring these super unique blends that I couldn't even have thought of with the wax that I was melting before. Like, just, you know, there was like VCS, K, Empire Alchemy, just so many, L3 obviously, all these vendors who are offering all these amazing blends. Hayden Rowe, I remember I tried a sampler from Hayden Rowe that was like amazing. I tried a sampler from British. She had this sampler that was like so many wax melts. It was so many. I remember I got them all out, and they like covered this huge area on our living room floor, and it was just, I was like in heaven. So that's how I got into vendor wax, and it just went from there. And then I just started watching more and more people do videos, and eventually I was like, you know what, I think I might try this. I don't want to put my face in my videos And there are plenty of people who don't. Like Tara Lynn did a lot of behind the camera videos, Susan Fitzpatrick. There were a lot of people who were doing behind the camera, and I was like, I can do that. I think I can do that. I really stepped out of my comfort zone. I have never been one who could just like talk to people. I never like recorded myself. I hated doing speeches in front of class in high school. Like I dreaded it. I felt like I was going to die. So I really stepped out of my comfort zone, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I think my hands were shaking the whole way through that first video. I did a To the Moon and Back Creations haul, and I'm pretty sure my hands were shaking the whole time, and I was probably super awkward, but I did it. And then I was like, I can just keep doing this. Every time I get a wax order, I'll do a haul like this. And I did that. That was, I think I started my channel in April of 2021, I want to say. That sounds right. I could be wrong, but that sounds right. So I think April of 2021. So 2 years now that I've been doing this. And obviously I eventually worked up the nerve to put my face in my videos. I just found that I was really enjoying those kind of videos. I still like all the videos, all the wax videos. Like I've mentioned before, if you're making wax videos and I'm not watching, or maybe I don't know that you are, comment below and tell me your channel. Or if you are loving a channel currently and you don't think I'm watching, comment below, because I want to watch all the wax videos all the time. So eventually, like I said, I started putting my face in my videos, and I cannot believe it. I cannot believe I'm doing this right now. I would have never imagined. If you had asked me 3 years ago to record myself talking about wax, I would have been like, you are crazy. I will never do that. But here I am doing it, and I love it so much. It helps me so much. I've said this before. It helps me so much. Just talking with you guys. And it's, you know, I have, like, my mom likes wax. My best friend likes wax. My husband will listen to me talk about wax. He'll smell wax with me. But I could go on and on and on about wax. And I don't have anyone close to me who can. Like, I can tell when I'm kind of going on and on and on about wax, and they're kind of drifting somewhere else, because, all right, we get it. Even my best friend, who is the reason I got into Scentsy and became a Scentsy consultant, she's like, you're too deep into this. This is crazy. So yeah, there's, you know, this is where I can connect with people who also have this weird, crazy obsession with things that smell good. I'm so grateful and thankful for this community and everyone who watches my videos and everyone who's making videos for me to watch. I'm so grateful for it. It really means so much, so much to me. Like I said, if I'm having a bad day, watching your videos helps me through it. Recording a video and just talking to you guys helps me through it. Even if we are just talking about wax, I love wax and you love wax, and let's talk about it, because it's gonna make us happy. I don't know. Wax is a lot more than just home fragrance for me. I've seen a couple other people say this, but you guys aren't the only ones who go into your wax collection and just pull out some scents and smell them and get a little burst of happiness for the day. Like, this is gonna sound probably a little cringy and probably a little dramatic, but if I'm feeling down on myself and I'm feeling depressed, I still have my wax. I'm still gonna go change out my wax warmers, and I'm gonna smell something that makes me happy. And I could be having the worst day. I could, you know, not want to do anything, not want to get anything done in my house, not want to talk to anyone, not want to do anything. I'm still gonna go change out my wax because it makes me happy. It's mine and I love it, and it's never gonna go away. I'm always gonna be melting this wax. So it's just a lot more than home fragrance, and I think the only people who understand that are you guys. So grateful for this community. I don't know, like I said, there are scent memories that I cherish. I've made custom wax melts with Carla from Kay that smell like my grandparents. It helps me be closer to those people who I loved so much. Who loved me so much. Those people who were my comfort. Wax can transport you to a person, to a place, to a time. I find it to be very magical, and I know you guys know what I mean. So even though it's incredibly embarrassing to sit here and cry in front of you all, I know that you won't judge me, and I know that you know where I'm coming from. Anyway, that has been my wax journey. I am now here making this video for you guys. Back into Scentsy heavily, still into vendor wax, just loving this whole thing and this community. I just love it. So before I ramble and cry anymore, I'm going to tag a few people. I think we're supposed to tag 3, but I might tag 4, and I hope that's okay. I just couldn't decide. I couldn't decide. And there were other people who I wanted to tag, but a lot of people have been tagged already, so hopefully I'm not double tagging anyone. I really tried not to, but there's also some videos that I haven't watched yet. Also, I started a playlist of all the videos that I've seen pop up so far. So I started a Why Wax playlist, so I'll try to put it in the description if I can. I don't know how that works. I'll see if I can link it in the description, and you can just go to one place and watch everyone's video. Like, it'll just keep playing until they're done. And as I see more pop up, I'll add them. If I'm missing anyone, if you see anyone that I haven't put their video on the playlist, let me know and I'll add it. I'm sure I'm gonna miss people because I'm just sure that will happen. Anyway, I'm gonna tag some people. First, I want to tag Heidi from Heidi Pirouettes. She just recently started a channel and you need to go check her out. I also want to tag Amy from Amy Scents and Songs. I'm sure most of you watch her. I would love to hear about her wax journey, so I'm gonna tag her. And Suzanne from Suzanne's Scented World. Again, I would just love to hear how she got into wax and what it means to her. And I'm gonna tag a fourth, Marcy from Marcy, Waxy. All 4 of these people are just so warm and welcoming and sweet and kind and so supportive of everyone else in this YouTube community. And I just really love watching them. Anytime I watch one of their videos, it puts a smile on my face. It makes me happy, and I hope everybody goes and checks them out, and I can't wait for them to post their videos. I hope they all join and do this. It's so much fun, even though I made it seem not fun because I was crying the whole time. it's fun, and it's so fun to watch everyone else's. And yeah, I just love this. So huge thank you to Michelle again for starting this tag. It's been, like I said, so much fun. So I really appreciate you for starting this. Again, thank you all so much for being here, for commenting and talking to me and watching my videos. I can't believe so many of you watch my videos and comment and care what I have to say. So I appreciate all of you so much, so much, and I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.